Affirmations. Why do we have to do them? We've all heard about affirmations, right? And the importance of doing affirmations. And for those of us who've really been focused on doing affirmations or committed to doing affirmations, we've experienced with them that there's a lot of pushback from the egoic self, a lot of resistance. And it will even tell us at some point, you really don't have to do it anymore. You don't have to do it. You got this, right? And we surrender to it and we settle back and we just say, well, I don't have to affirm anymore. I'm just accept I know this thing, right? However, the new thought or new experience that we're affirming to experience in the physical world never comes to pass. Why is that? That's what I want to talk to you about today. Hi there. Welcome to Within Living's YouTube channel. My name is Lois, and I'm so happy that you're here. And I thank you for coming here. So here at Within Living, whether it's here on YouTube or on my blog at WithinLiving.com or our community, Within Living Transformational community, any of my content you might find around the internet, soon to be released books, or any of my coaching, all our conversations are going to be focused towards spirituality, right? My work really is here to support those of us who are on our spiritual awakening journey, who might be seeking information or support from elsewise. I was sent as that voice to offer that support to you. So our conversations here then are going to be focused on consciousness. And when I say consciousness, I'm talking about who we call God, who we call the source, who we call the superconscious mind, who we call the one mind, the all, Allah, the universe, I am. It doesn't matter what we call it, right? There's only one. There's one conscious thought, one conscious mind, one conscious awareness. And we're all uniquely, individually, an integral part of this one consciousness. We make up the one conscious mind. We come out from it. We are a part of it. We're not fragments of it, because the source cannot be fragmented. We are a direct reflection or replication, if you will, of it. We are God keyed low. God come as man in the form of humanity, taking on our unique individual personalities. I mean, how incredible is that? So that's what the focus of our conversations are. And I'm always going to bring you thought-provoking content to support you on your spiritual awakening journey, but to provoke you to really begin to think and ponder and go within, dig deeper, go within yourself and ask the questions. Don't just settle for what someone else said. Why? Because they said it. So who said it was true? Who said it was true? Who made that rule? And if it was true, and it could be, then is it true to you? Is it a truth to you? Because it goes back to the law. I'm always going to take you back to the law. The law is God. And the law is there as a guide for us, that when we understand it and understand how it works, and we work in harmony with it, it will always work to our highest good, right? And our best interest. And when we work against it, it will always work to our highest demise, because you can't judge. And the law says, as we believe, are convinced, assume as true to us, so it must become true. So it's really dangerous for us when we just arbitrarily assume stuff because somebody on the internet said so, somebody with authority or whatever said so, or they proved it so. Okay, but is it really the truth? Because you see, the truth is the absolute. The truth is unchanging, irrevocable, can never be moved, can never be changed, can never have a different opinion to another person. The truth just is. And the truth is the source of you. It is God. So I bring all my content to you from that perspective. So you will find them very thought-provoking at times. I'm happy that you're here. So if my conversations and my content resonate with you, go right ahead and join us. We'd love to have you. Come on in. Hit the ring bell button right there. Subscribe. you subscribe and then hit the button, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And come on in here. We're full of love. We're a community of like-minded souls on the spiritual awakening journey, and we truly are resonating with love, because at the essence of our being, we are love. We come out of love. So we give our love to you, and we welcome you to come and add your love to the pile. So come on in here and join us, grow with us, learn from us, okay? All right. So having said that, I want to get to just a couple other things. I want to thank all the new subscribers that we have here. Welcome here. And I want to thank you, my regular subscribers. Y'all are my YouTube family, and you know I love you to pieces. I surely do. I love you all. And I just send an abundant blessings to you all. All right. So we have our community going, the Within Living Transformational community. And I'm going to continue to invite each and every one of you to come and participate with us. We're a group of like-minded people. This community came forth really to provide a place not only to learn, to study these conversations we have here on YouTube, right, at a deeper level, but to really bring more substance to them in written content, videos, audios, and our live group discussions, and also an interchange, an exchange of information among us on our chat. It is group coaching. We're all growing. I'm growing also, okay? We're all being guided and directed. We're growing, we're thriving, and we're evolving into a higher state of consciousness. That's what this is about. Being with like-minded people who understand us and understand our journey. So we can be comfortable here and know that we're among people who not only understand us, but they're going to support us, and that we're truly loved and accepted unconditionally. Okay? So come on in and join us. You got 3 days free. Go ahead. Go to the blog at WithinLiving.com, scroll down, find the link, click that, and it will take you to the community page, and come on in and join us. And we'd love to have you. All right, so now we're going to talk about getting into the conversation. Why do we really affirm? And how important, and I really want to emphasize it in this conversation we're having now, the importance of being persistent. In many of my videos going back and my written content, and even the way I structure my courses, whether it's a self-paced course, it's one-on-one coaching, or in the group coaching, I am always emphasizing repetition. I understand and I know that to the egoic self, repetition can appear to be redundant and boring. It doesn't want to do it. It does not want to do it. Of course it doesn't. That is resistance. And why would it not want to do it if it's a good thing for you? It doesn't want to do it because it knows that as you persist in doing it, you are ultimately going to be changing, which means you're going to be transforming. You're going through a transformation from your old identity that you formed in that egoic self to the new identity of agreeing, aligning, coming in harmony with your soul, your true nature. The ego does not want this. It does not want this. Why? It's been in charge all your life because you've been living by default all your life. And in living by default, before you're awakened, then you've made the commitment to take authority over your life. That you are the one and only God of your life. There's nobody else that's going to determine how your life is going to be. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to deliver you. Nobody's coming to provide for you. Nobody's coming to protect you. You are it. It's all on the inside of you. That's what your awakening awakens you to realize. You're the soul. You're self-sufficient. You're perfect. You're complete. And the ego is saying, but I don't want to do that. I've been a victim. I mean, you and I, this is who we are. We've been a victim. We've been helpless. We're very limited. I mean, we're just these human beings. We're just these humans. I mean, we just have to go with what we are in our humanity. You can't ask me for any more than that because I can't give you any more than that. And that is true. So it does not want then to surrender its power, which is really your authentic power that you have given to it by default. So when you affirm, you are affirming to convince yourself that, yes, I am this power. I am the one and only one God over me. There is no other Lord over me. There is no ego. There's no one here to determine what I have, who I am, what I experience, what I become, but me. I am the one and only operant power of me. I get to have the experiences of whatever I desire and I choose. I get to have that. It is my birthright. It is my God-given divine birthright. And I'm taking my power, which is my rights, my authority, back from the ego. This is why we affirm. We affirm to create new thought patterns in the brain called neuroconnectors. We start off the first thought. It's a neuron, they call that. And then we have another thought, identical thought. And it's another neuron, and those two neurons connect. There's a saying in the neuroscience field, and I'm not sure exactly who coined that saying. I'm gonna think of his name while we're talking. I think it's him, but I'm not really sure. But the saying says, thoughts that fire together, wire together. And what does that mean? I am whole. I am whole. Fire, I'm whole. Fire, I'm whole. Fire, I'm whole. Fire, I'm whole. Every time they fire together, they're firing together, they're actually wiring or connecting together. As they connect together with no opposing thought, your opposing thought or arguments with the ego is what will break the connection. So if there are no opposing thoughts and you're consistently saturating the mind with firing, you're just so laser focused. I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. You're making that connection. They're wiring together. Then in the brain, they build a network. And I've told you guys before, it looks kind of like a circuit board, like a motherboard, right? You're building a web of thoughts that form this network. It's just energy. Those are electrical charges. You have a thought, it's an electrical charge. It's an electrical charge. It's an electrical charge forming this network. And then when there is enough of them, if you have no resistance or minimal resistance, you can create a new brainwave pattern in less than 10,000 repetitions. However, if you're having a lot of pushback from the ego, or you're messing around with the ego and you're not taking your authority from the ego, then it will take you a minimum of 10,000 repetitions. And I have to tell you in all truth, the signs say 10,000. Lois has had to do more than 10,000 in some areas of her life to really make it solidified. What happens when it's solidified? It creates an entirely new brainwave pattern. The brain now, the logical brain, starts just thinking it. Oh, I am this. I am this. It becomes intuitive. The more it becomes intuitive, the egoic self then at some point will just give up and say, okay, I got it. You keep telling me that. We've never done that before. Okay? I'm looking through all the records of our experiences, and we've never ever had that one before, but you keep telling me that it is so it must be so. Okay, then all right, I give up. I'm gonna, just surrender to that. I'll let you have it. Once that happens, The logical mind, and that's for a whole nother video, another conversation, and I will discuss that at some point in time in our community. I won't do that on YouTube. But what happens then is the logical mind and the subconscious mind comes in harmony, and the subconscious mind accepts it as your conviction. Once it becomes a conviction, it is manifested out. It is pushed out. It becomes your physical experience. And when that happens, you don't have to get involved with all of what it is, the pieces, or the doing, the quote unquote inspired actions to do to make it happen. You don't. Because the infinite aspect of you, the God within you, your soul, is the one that is actually doing the work for you and will physically push it out. It knows where all the people are, all the parts, all the requirements, all the circumstances, all the situations that need to be put together. It is infinite in wisdom, knowledge, and intelligence. So it not only knows where everybody and everything is, but it knows how to put them together seamlessly to bring them to pass for you. That's how you are loved. That's how you are cared for. Your job is simply to surrender to accepting who you are, which is that person, and convincing yourself that indeed, honest to God, this is who I am and this is what I'm deserving of. So I want to share with you a couple of scriptures and stories, right, from the Bible about people who were very persistent in their affirmations and what their results were. I'm not going to get into the detail of each story for time. I'll give you the scripture references and give you a synopsis of them. If you want to, you can go look them up on your own. Okay, so the first one is in Matthew 9:21, right? And it is about this woman who she had this issue of blood for like some 12 years. She was obviously a very rich woman back in the day, because she could have afforded to go to every single doctor, right, that they had, looking for a cure, and no one could help her. And she exhausted herself mentally, but financially. She ran out of money. And then she heard that Jesus was going to be in town. This is the dude who is delivering all these miracles. Now, he's being thronged by thousands of people following him. And this chick gets the idea, I heard he's in town. I've been to all these doctors. I've seen everyone. I have done everything I know how to do. This is what we call coming to the end of ourselves, our human abilities, and we just say, I give up. God, you do it. I give up. You take it. You do it. When we get out the way. So she comes to the end of herself, and she kept affirming, and mind you, listen to her affirmation. Her affirmation was very simple, to the point. Her outcome. She kept telling herself, if I could only touch the hem of his garment, I know I'm going to be made whole. I don't even have to see the dude. I don't have to look at him. He doesn't have to look at me. He doesn't have to touch me. He doesn't have to hold me. He doesn't have to ask me anything. If I could only touch the hem of his garment, I am going to be made whole. Now, she's affirming what she wants to accomplish, her end. She's not saying to herself or affirming, I wish I could get to Jesus. And if I wish I could get to him and touch the end of his garment, but I wonder how I'm going to get there. He got this entourage around him. The disciples, call that his entourage. They all up around him. And then there's this throng of people. I mean, there's like thousands of people. How am I going to break through the crowd? How long is it going to break through the crowd? Am I going to be able to get through the crowd? And her ego is popping up, and she's not having a conversation with it at all. She's just persistent. If I. She's actually declaring, if I do it, I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. She's calling from the infinite of her and saying, You find me a way. You find me a way. She's not calling to her logical mind. She's not calling to her experience. She's not calling to her outer world. She's calling up on the source of her, the very God of her, who is the Jesus knew that she's going to see. And she's saying, because it's only one God, one consciousness. She's saying, if I could only touch the hem of his garment, I don't have no questions about it. How am I going to get there? I couldn't care less. I have no idea. But I'm hell-bent. I'm determined. I am getting there. I am finding me a way. I am going to make me a way out of no way. I am having me a way. I'm making my own way. What ended up being the story for her, she got there. She touched the end of his garment. When she touched the end of his garment, right, first she's breaking through the crowds and they're pushing her back, and she's just breaking forward. She's like, get out of my way. I love that tenacity, right? And so she goes and she touches his garment. When she touches his garment, right, he just goes like, oh, who touched me? And the disciples are bugging out. It's like, oh, what do you mean, who touched you? You see that we got a throng. That's the word they use. A throng of people. Everybody's pressing up against you. What do you mean, who touched you? And he said, yeah, I know y'all are touching up against me. He said, but somebody, not everybody, somebody touched me. She touched me because she pulled the virtue from me. The virtue means the power from me. She pulled it out of me to her, through her. And then when he said, who touched me? She fessed up and she said, I did. And the story goes on and he said to her, he says, woman, your faith. He didn't make her whole. I know they teach you that, but it's not true. Listen to what he said. He said, your faith. It is your faith, your persistence, your unrelenting conviction that if you touch the hem of my clothes, you was going to be whole. So there you are whole. It was her faith. That was her affirmation. That's what persisting in your affirmation until your desire shows up in the physical world. So I don't care if you want it bad enough. How bad do you want what you say you want anyway? Is it wishful thinking? Or is it a desire of the soul? Because if it's a desire of the soul, then it's an earnest desire, compelling desire. You're going to do whatever it is you have to do until it shows up in the physical world. When I tell y'all, I will not take no for an answer. This is what I mean. No. It comes to me, it's a desire, I'm having it. I am having it. I'm persisting because I'm in charge of my thoughts. I'm in charge of my outcome. I'm in charge for managing my ego. I am no longer allowing my ego to be the manager of me. I'm the boss of me, not my ego. That's what she knew. Okay, here's another couple ones. So there was this lady, right? Another lady. And she had a daughter who was demon possessed. And so she went to Jesus. And she's telling Jesus, hey, and she wasn't even, quote, one of the chosen ones, like they say, the Jewish kind of people. Okay, so she told Jesus, she said, well, I really need this help for my daughter. And she's having this conversation about how Jesus, she really was desperate, or not desperate, but she came because she believed, she knew that he just could help her daughter and she wasn't going to be going away. Dude just ignores her. He didn't even respond to her for a while, but she never stopped. She just kept on. I mean, he ignored her. She kept on. Most of us would have said, this affirmation thing don't work. I can't bother. I know Lois said that, but it ain't true. It don't work. And you would have given up. She didn't do that. She kept on. He ignored her. That's what is recorded anyway in the scripture. And you will find it in Mark 15:21 through 28 and Mark 7:24 through 30. Read it for your own self. She kept on persisting. Then he turns around to have a conversation with her and he starts telling her about the dogs. and the crumbs. And basically he's calling her a dog. And the crumbs, and that the dogs, they can sit and eat the crumbs that fall off the table. And she just boldly steps up to him and says, yes, fine. I'll be the dog if you want to call me a dog. Go ahead and scoop them crumbs off of the table for me. And as the dog, I'm going to lick him up. But I tell you what, I'm going to get my miracle for my daughter, because you're going to heal my daughter. Because I know you will. I just know you will, and I'm not taking any other answer. I won't receive any other answer. So if I got to scoop the crumbs up off the floor as the dog in order to get what I want, so be it. When she did that, Jesus turned around and again, listen to what he said to her. He says, woman, go home. Go home. Your daughter is made whole. Your daughter is healed because of your faith. It is your faith. Your unrelenting faith, your persistence that made your daughter whole. Go home. Go home. Okay, I'm going to give you one more. Okay, so one more is in Luke 11:8-13. And this one talks about asking, seeking, and knocking. So we ask, and I told you guys, asking don't mean begging. Asking mean I'm taking claim of that. Creation is complete. This is the desire I have. I'm asking you to bring it into the physical form because I am taking possession of it. The seeking and the knocking is I'm seeking, I'm knocking, and I'm seeking in my affirmations. I am knocking that door down. I am unrelenting. I have it. 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 I'm going to touch the hem of his garment. I'm going to touch the hem of his garment. I'm going to touch the hem of his garment. I'm going to touch the hem of it. I'm banging that door in until it unlocks onto me. And in the process of doing that, my seeking is I'm spending time with myself. I'm harmonizing with myself. I am loving myself. I am having confidence in myself that I cannot fail, that the God of me, the essence of me, the God presence of me is infallible. It cannot fail. My miracle is coming. My manifestation is coming. Nothing in this world can sway. I don't even look at the exterior because I don't care about the exterior because I'm so busy focused within me on the God inside of me, knowing that it is infallible and it cannot fail me. So in that story in Luke 8:13, it was talking about these two people who are friends, and this man had gone to bed. This man was going through this town and he was in need of some help for something, and he went to his friend's house in the middle of the night, and the friend had already closed his door and was in bed with his children. And so the other friend on the outside was at his door banging on the door, and he wouldn't open the door because, I mean, it's after hours. I've already locked my door. Me and my babies are in bed. So why are you banging on my door? Don't care what you need. We're in bed. But the one outside that needed the favor, he didn't care what hour of the night it was. He just had already made the decision. And this is what I mean when I tell you guys about making a decision. He made a decision. This man gonna help me. This man right here gonna help me. This man he gonna answer this door because I'm not going away. I ain't going away till he answers the door and give me what I want. I don't even know if he has what I need inside, but he will have it because I'm not going away. He's gonna answer the door and give me what I want. And so he kept banging and 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 banging. And then the friend finally got up and gave him exactly what he wanted. Why? Because he was unrelenting. He would not give the friend any peace at all. There's a similar story. I don't have to reference it right off, but it just comes up in me right now. I'll share it real quick. It's about this dude who was really mean, a judge, right? And it said he had no fear of God or anyone. And there was this little widow lady. And she had some issues about some property or whatever. And she would just come to him and tell him, I want you to make right for me. I want you just go away. I mean, who cares? You're an old lady, go away. And she just was on, she was bold. She was like up in his face about what she wanted. She refused to take no for an answer. And then finally, it's written in the Bible somewhere. And it said that he said, even though I had not had fear of God or man, I had to succumb to this little woman here because, listen, she was getting under my last nerves. She was wearing me down from being unrelenting about what she wanted, to the point that, you know what, I just had to give it to her and let her go. That's what the ego does when you persist. That's exactly what the ego does. It finally says, you know what, okay, we've never experienced it before. We don't want to do it. But since you are so unrelenting and you won't stop, I give up. Just shut up. Take it and go. Leave me alone. Shut up. This is why we affirm. This is why we affirm. It's not just Lois's idea. It's not just an idea in the manifesting community or the spirituality community. It's a part of the law. Believe you receive. The only way to believe you receive, if you're not convinced already, is to affirm it until you have the conviction. And when you have the conviction, your soul, who is the God of you, will poof, the miracle comes through you. Okay. I know this has been a blessing to you because that was my intention, to help you get clear on what affirming is and why when I give you guys affirmations in some of these videos, you really need to persist. You need to find one affirmation and just persist until it becomes your habit. It takes form in your life. So be blessed by this content. My content is always very potent and very layered, and I know that. It's not meant for everybody. I know that. But if you're here and it resonates with you, then let me encourage you, go back and listen to this video several times. And before you do each time, ask the source of you to reveal to you at a deeper level what it is it wants you to know, what it wants you to take away, what's the gift it has for you in this video, because I know it has one. And you just go ahead and receive that gift and apply it in your life, and apply what I'm telling you in the video to your life if you really want to see change in this new year and going forward. Because you are the one and only one operant power. You are the only one that can bring about the change. There is no God. You can pray all day and all night. 365, right? 24/7, 365. There is no God external of you to bring about change in you but you. And you do it by transformation. And you transform yourself by renewing of the mind. And renewing of the mind is the consistent, repetitive affirmation of the new thought of what you want to experience, because it's already there and you in the invisible world. Okay. All right. And while we're at it, go to the community. Come over here and be a part of this amazing group of people. Go to my blog at WithinLiving.com. Plenty of free content there for you. But while you're going there, go and click on the community link and come and check us out. If you really want to be having coaching with Lois, and my coaching delivers results. I know that because my coaching is always booked. This is January. I'm not coaching in the month of January, but my calendar is already booked through March, okay? My coaching is booked. I've coached over 150, maybe 200 people. Yes? My coaching gets results. I'm not going to be doing one-on-one coaching the same way anymore in a couple months. So I'm transitioning it to the group coaching. So this is valuable information. Go to the community. I'm looking to see you there. And until next time, I'm just sending you unconditional love, the love of your source. Take some time, go within yourself, seek out that love, invite it to reveal itself to you, connect with it. And remember, there's only one consciousness. There's only one consciousness. Come present with it. That's what your awakening is about. Come present with it and begin to live mindfully, consciously in awareness of your thoughts. Of your thoughts, and yes, those emotions. Monitor your emotions. They are the energy that will manifest, all right? So until next time, thank you again for being here. I'm going to say peace. Bye-bye for now. And remember, we're just one love. It's just one love. It's the consciousness of us all. So until next time, bye-bye.